Welcome to Empress Empathic. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. As you know, this is an interfaith channel. My basis has been in Christianity. However, I cover all aspects of spirituality. Not religion, spirituality. I was led to read from Yemoja Olokun, Ifa, and the Spirit of the Ocean. Recently I went to the ocean. Of course, I found my typical shells, but I also came across some interesting things. These are called mermaid purses, right? They're considered shark eggs. In this case, this is the spotted ray, eagle ray, if I'm not mistaken. You could look up online to find out if you find something in the ocean, what it could be, and research it. Now, it says that in Africa, Yemoja is usually associated with the Ogun River. Orisha worship in the West tends to associate Yemoja with the ocean. With the ocean in Africa is Olokun, right? This has caused some confusion regarding the role of Yemoja in the process of creation. In this myth, Yemoja incarnates the power of fertility within all the waters of heaven and earth. As a principle of fertility, the African concept of Yemoja is associated with fresh water, salt water, and heavenly water. The idea of heavenly water may seem highly symbolic, but it has an element of real truth. Throughout the universe, the most commonly found substance is hydrogen. It forms large gas clouds in much of space between the stars. Hydrogen is the most abundant element in the universe and the simplest in terms of atomic structure. Water is simply the addition of oxygen to hydrogen, or H2O. In literal terms, the abundance of hydrogen in the heavenly waters combined to form the stars and the planets. The development of life on this planet was a consequence of the presence of water on Earth. Both Ifa and science agree all life forms on Earth evolved from the ocean. Both fresh water goddess and saltwater goddess represents the primal mother who gives birth to all things. So I was led to read that because mother has come to mind. My mother in particular, with regards to another famous person, an individual who is well known by all media, Wendy Williams. I have gone through what her family is about to go through with regards to early onset dementia. My mother passed away quite some time now. She was going through a lot leading up to her diagnosis that a lot of people didn't understand. Her memory loss, combined with her inability to balance her checkbook, right down to the point where she couldn't even sign her name and thought the remote control was a telephone. I just want to send out a whole bunch of prayers and love and light with regard to Wendy. Some people may feel, a certain way about her. That's neither here nor there. I'm talking about the spiritual aspect of dementia and the idea that, when somebody's slowly losing their faculties, right down to incontinence, where, you're dealing with care around the clock. You lose your speech, your inability to swallow, and the aging process is so rapid. One could look one way 1 year, and within a year they look like they're in their 70s. I really empathize with her family, and I want to send prayers of protection over her legacy. Because here's the thing, the latter parts of my mother's legacy I had to guard with fierceness. My mother was beautiful. My mother was highly intelligent, very funny, just an all-around awesome person. Our parent versus child relationship, we had our problems. For the most part, she did right by me, so I had to do right by her. Her image, the way she was portrayed in life, she was, vain, like all of us are. We want to be looked at as beautiful. We want to be looked at as put together. Now, as the disease progressed, that was virtually impossible for her to do. And you have to guard your loved one that's going through the process of this whole mental decline with fierceness, power of attorney, all these different things. I just, want to give strength to the family and the ingenuity to be able to navigate all of it, because I did it alone with my mother, completely alone. I have no siblings. I'm adopted, and there are many people who have biological children who don't even do what I did with regards to help, okay? There's some people who they punks. They're just not gonna step to the plate. And I'm just letting you know that the long goodbye is one of the most difficult processes a daughter or a son could go through, and loved ones can go through, of the person who's dealing with that.
Symptoms may include changes such as reduced empathy, becoming irritable, withdrawn, or obsessive. Signs of aphasia include difficulties finding the right words, changes in handwriting, hesitant or vague speech, and avoiding conversations. Skills. Common symptoms include changes in how the person walks, such as shuffling, reduced stride length and walking speed, and issues with balance, such as falling and bumping into things. Noticeable symptoms in younger people might include a reduction in literacy and numeracy skills, struggling to complete tasks at work, and becoming less sociable. Symptoms may include problems judging distances or seeing objects, hallucinations, or making repeated visits to opticians and finding nothing wrong.
So I just wanted to make that statement with regards to mothers. All the things that our mothers have done for us, it would behoove you to be there in her time of need and just love on her. She's not going to understand 90% of what's going on. And it's kind of like a blissful ignorance where the roles have switched. You are the parent in that person's life, despite the age, and you lead them home. Anyway, I was just, throwing that out there. I love Wendy personally. I've read all her books, and she's been a pioneer. She's been the shock jock of our generation. And I know that she looked up to Howard Stern a lot. And because, of his fame and, of course, his trajectory and what he did for, national radio. And I just wanted to say, Wendy, your legacy will never be forgotten in my eyes, and I hope everyone else, despite what they see with your cognitive decline, never forgets how hilarious you are, and how wonderful you were to so many of us, treading water in the industry. Me personally, I got the hell out. I wasn't built for that. Some people are. I'm just not one of those people, despite my talent. Anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. Have a great day.